Hey, what's good, y'all? This your boy Casey Phil, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I know y'all like, man, where the reviews at? Listen, no reviews. I'll get back to the reviews next week. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how I felt about both shows. I think Dynamite was kind of mid. Now, the opener and the close were the best parts of both shows. Uh, these boys right there that you see, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, pretty much gave us their own version of what they felt Owen Hart versus Bret Hart was to them in WrestleMania 10. That's basically what they gave us. Um, it was a pretty good match. They beat the snot out of each other. They embraced each other. Now, I said that I had Dax winning, but I said it wouldn't shock me if he put Cash over. No, Dax won. Dax actually won. They embraced each other. They hugged each other. And CM Punk was sitting there ringside for a reason. All three of these cats, they love Bret Hart. They love him. Now, the situation with Bret Hart apparently is just a merchandise situation. So if he wanted to work for AEW, there wouldn't be no issue. Now the problem is going to lie with Martha Hart. That is the issue. So as of right now, that is the issue right now about getting Bret on board with AEW. That is the only issue. And then, like I said, the closed match, Scorpion Sky versus Sammy Guevara. I wouldn't have done a ladder match. I probably would have did a last man standing match. Sky gets the championship back, and apparently the crowd marked the heck out. They was loud in Philly. They was extra loud. Extra loud. I'm going to, listen, I don't trust Tony. I really don't trust Tony. I don't trust him. He's going to have to prove me wrong with Sky with this time. With his second TNT title run. Because they just been flip-flopping that title like it's nothing. The AEW World Heavyweight Champion was out. He had COVID. So CM Punk basically said, I'm going after that man. First match is already set. I want that man at Double or Nothing. And I want that man for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm not saying I'm going to win the match, but you're going to get the very best of CM Punk. And I'm going to keep going until the wheels fall off, right to the point. Dynamite. Let me tell y'all something. And the ratings, 921. So a lot of people gonna say where the playoffs is on. Listen, cats know about AEW. If cats really give a care about AEW, you gonna tune in regardless if the playoffs are on or not. That's just how it is. You have to give a reason for matches to matter. Why you doing what you doing? Don't just throw something on TV just to throw it on TV. You just don't. Rampage though, I like how they're tying in things that took place on Dynamite taking place on Rampage. They talked about the situation that happened with Jericho and Eddie Kingston. How he tried to burn that man's face off. Then you had Santana and Ortiz come out while Jericho was on commentary. Basically take him off commentary, started beating the brakes off. I said, see, continuations of storylines. That's what I like. What I seen tonight on Rampage, or last night on Rampage, is the continuation of what transpires on Dynamite. This is how we get Rampage to where we need to be. I like Rampage. I think Rampage was a little bit better than Dynamite. But still, I still need Rampage to be live. Rampage must be live. It has to be live, man. It has to be live. We got the confrontation with Danhausen and what was the boy name? Hook. Then somehow, someway, Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese got involved. I don't know if they trying to set up a tag team match. Strickland versus Darby Allin was a great match. I wanted Strickland to win. Ricky Starks was calling himself trying to screw him over, but Sting said, oh no, you ain't getting involved in that match. So Darby Allin took advantage of it. It caught Strickland off guard and he won. So he moves on into the Owen Hart tournament match. We got a promo from the Hardy Boys said this is an honor for Jeff to be involved in this. He's always loved Owen. People have been showing clips of when way back in the 90s, back in like 93, 94, when the Hardys actually debuted on Raw. He got an opportunity to wrestle Owen Hart. So this is like something that he's looking forward to. And he said he can't wait to beat the brakes off of Bobby Fish and stuff like that. But then right after they cut their promo, Matt Hardy was tripping too. Matt had the opportunity. They look like old school Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. That's what they look like. Then they cut to the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, and Red Dragon. And the Young Bucks look like clowns trying to mimic Matt Hardy and Jeff. They look like clowns, y'all. They look like some serious clowns. They pretty much said, listen, Jeff and Matt are old news. We're going to basically run the whole tournament. One of us is going to win it. Bobby Fish said hardly is in hard or whatever. You're trying to crack a joke or whatever. But I think that match is going to be pretty good. I'm taking Jeff to win that match. We got the trios match. The baddies. Tony Khan. Now, I know he had Xavier, quote-unquote, explained by Kiera Hogan and Red Velvet out the woodwork to turn you. I wish we would have got a little bit more of a backstory as to why they didn't align themselves. Now, I don't have a problem with the three of them. Listen, the more of us together, the better, I guess. But it got to work. It has to work. You know, like I said, I want us to matter. I don't just want us to just be thrown on TV and say, look, black people be happy because you're on TV. Nah, I don't roll like that, man. I want us to be on. Everything for us has to be genuine. Just like you make everything genuine for everybody else, I want us to be genuine for us as well. They got an opportunity to go against Trish Adora, Willow, and Sky Blue. Matchup wasn't really that bad. Matchup deal was short. I know a lot of people's complaining about it, but I'm like, y'all do know Rampage is stretched for time. You're trying to do 4 matches plus a whole lot of extra stuff in an hour time. It's not going to work. It ain't going to work. Jay got the pinfall on Trisha Adora. Tony Khan needs to go ahead and sign Trisha and Willow. Sign them. Get them on board so we can add to the women's division. Like, come on. Let's do this thing. Like, let's do it. Like I said, quit messing around. Quit playing it, you know. Then we got a promo from the interim Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Mercedes Martinez says she can't wait to beat the snot out of Deonna Purrazzo, and that's what I'm going with. At first I was going with Deonna to retain, not anymore. I think Mercedes is about to become the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's Champion. I just believe that. Now, here's the deal. I wish that we could have got Deonna cutting promo with the fact that she's still contract to Impact. We can't get it. Right there, yo. Just kind of tired. It's actually late. Let's see. Is anything else? We got Keith Lee versus Colton Gunn. Listen, man, Keith Lee, look, let me tell you about Keith Lee. Keith Lee's presence and how he approaches things, he always makes himself look like a boss no matter what he does. No matter who he gets in the ring with, the fact that Keith Lee not allowed to have the matches that you want him to have is because the cats who he's wrestling are on his level. So you just have to go with the fact that my man just going to be pouncing cats around, throwing folks, body slamming folk all over the place. He got to be in the ring with somebody that's a ring general like he is before we start getting the 5-star classes with him. You know what I'm saying? Golden Drive, but you already know. I'm like, what he going to do with him? He ain't going to do nothing with him. Let's see. Anything else? Because I know we had a couple of backstage segments that they was doing. Like, after the matchup with Swerve and Darby, they talked, and Darby said, "Now you know, Swerve, I didn't want to take advantage of you like that, man, but because Ricky was trying to get the ball." And Swerve said, "Oh no, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about, bro." He said, "I'm gonna get my hands on that clown when I can." He said, "You just saying doing business," you know what I'm saying? And the way how they was talking, almost as if they wanted to team up, but not right now. As of right now, I don't really know where they're going with Swerve. Because, like I said, I personally think Swerve should have won that match. But they said, no, we want Darby to win it. I don't know. I have no idea where they're going with my man Swerve. I don't know. But it is what it is. But like I said, the fact that they tying in what just took place. Let's see. Is there anything else before I talk about the main event? I feel like I'm forgetting something that took place. Raw. They basically hyped up the next Dynamite and Rampage matches that we get ready to get. They hyped it up. Listen, this is how you anticipate. This is how you get people excited for your show. You hype up what you're trying to do. And I give them props. Like I said, Rampage was actually filmed on a good note. Like I said, the way how it was filmed. You tease certain things transpiring over on Dynamite so you get cast to tune in. This is how you do. This is what I used to like about old school Raw and SmackDown back in the day. Things that happened on Raw would tie in and happen on SmackDown. It was like a continuation. It was a continuation of things that takes place on Dynamite is continuing on Rampage, and therefore it's going to continue on Dynamite. That's how you do it. The main event, Samoa Joe versus Trent Beretta. Both of them got to do the side by side with Mark Henry. Samoa Joe is the boss on the mic. I mean, the man speaks. You had to listen. Trent, he wasn't bad himself. Mark Henry said, that's enough talk. It's time for the main event. Them cats went out there. They tore each other up. Beat the brakes off each other. So, match ended quickly. Samoa Joe put that boy to sleep. Adam, he was knocked out. So then Tony Schiavone get in the ring. I'm like, oh, we got a little extra time. Tony Schiavone talked to Samoa Joe. Samoa said, hey, I'm just getting started, man. Hey, it's great to be back, Tony. And as soon as he tried to speak, Jay Lethal's music hits. So here comes Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and my man Satnam Singh. And he come walking. Now remember, OC and Chucky T is out there too. My man, he started taking off his suit coat like he finna go do something. And then OC walked right up to that man and does the little, you know how you do, he kick you in the leg, but he do a real song like he finna do sweet chin music. My man Satnam Singh said, man, if you don't sit your little goofy behind down, you lay that food out. So then they went and got in the ring, and then Jay Lethal got in the ring, and they all started beating the brakes off each other. So now I'm sitting up and saying to myself, are they teasing that we get ready to possibly get a trios match coming down the line? This way we can see what Satnam Singh brings to the table. So Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal beating the brakes off each other, got the security folk trying to hold them off. I say, do you see, I like the anticipation of what they're doing. They're trying to keep the story. Let's think about this. Jay Lethal is involved in the Ring of Honor TV Championship as he's also involved in the main event scene with Jonathan Gresham, who's as of right now got concussion protocol right now. But it's just something how he's involved in both storylines with Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh. And this is like, I'm very intrigued as to when they're going to get us this Ring of Honor TV show. I'm like, I want to see it. I really want to see the Ring of Honor TV show. I don't know how Tony Khan's going to do it, but like I said, the way how the show was presented, the way how they did things, I got to take Rampage over Dynamite. I know a lot of people thought Dynamite was great. I thought Dynamite was kind of me from the stuff I seen on the show. But but for Rampage though, just how things just gel together. You know, hey, that's my honest take on Rampage, and I will be back to regular schedule doing reviews. I'm not sure if I'm going to review, what's it called, WrestleMania Backlash. I don't know. I know I said I was going to do WWE pay reviews, but I just ain't been keeping up with the show. I just feel like everything's been died down at the WrestleMania. They just died down because they're doing the same thing over and over again, rematch after rematch after rematch. And speaking of WWE, apparently, we have the next list of NXT superstars gone bye-bye. Look at the names that you see. Dakota Kai, Dexter Lumis, Malcolm Billings, Harlan, a.k.a. my man that was supposed to be the next Brock Lesnar, Parisa Peralty, Santa J. George, Blair Baldwin, Darko Anthony, Raylan Devine, and Mila Milani. Listen, you know, I'm like, Vince, why are you getting rid of the future? Why are you getting rid of the future? Like, you should keep these cats, right? Ain't this the name of the game? Don't you want to build for the future? I thought that's what the whole job of NXT was, but you getting rid of everybody who was there, who was in preparation. You know, like I said, I'm not here to get, be upset, because I'm like, a lot of them, from afar, I knew Dakota Kai. Listen, man, I've been feeling bad for Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai has, man, her and her road girl Tegan Knox. Tony Khan better pick the both of them up, and he better pick them up. And you know what, man? I wouldn't mind Malcolm Bivens actually being the mouthpiece in AEW. I would. It would not. I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't mind it because dude could talk. Dude is a great talker. He's a good talker. I wouldn't mind him coming over. Dexter Lumis one. I'm like, man, this. And then, like I said, you had the young man who was supposed to be the next Brock Lesnar. That's how they was presenting him. Had the man shave his head too. You know. Like I said, it is what it is, man. Like I said, they do this stuff all the time. It's a regular thing. No need to crying over spilled milk, but it is unfortunate that, these cats, as of right now, don't have no place to work. Like I said, hopefully, like I said, they can go somewhere and do what they can somewhere else down the line, but that's just it. Amber Moon, a.k.a. Athena, was going off on how WWE creative is no good for the women. She said they treat them like slaves down there. She ain't lying. They didn't expect them to just be coaches and don't want them to get in the ring and all this crazy stuff. I'm like, but people they swear up and down that the WWE is the place to be, but every time this stuff right here just keeps happening over and over again. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, you just have to tell me. Like, please just make it make sense. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Just make it make sense. That's all I'm trying to figure out. But that's just my honest take on that. Like I said, because I really didn't watch NXT like that. I gave up on NXT ever since Triple H lost control of it. I ain't really gave a rat's behind about NXT. I just haven't, And it's just unfortunate that all these names had to go. Somebody had to go. You knew it was coming. You already knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. That's pretty much it. Right to the point. I don't think I'm going to drop the intro on this one. I think it's just going to be just straight up here because, like I said, I didn't really do a formal thing, how I go over everything that happens. Like I said, I thoroughly remember everything from Rampage because I just seen it. But like I said, a lot of crap that happened on Dynamite, I was just out of the loop. Like that 10-man tag team match just was a waste of time. They should have never did that. But like I said, we moving forward. Like I said, we're getting ready to hit May. Tony Khan, you don't know this, sir. It's time to build like crazy. It is time. It's time. All we getting ladies, we getting Britt and Jamie versus Tony and Ruby. Everybody been crying about Ruby not being back on TV. She back on TV. So we're going to see how that matchup goes. You already know who's winning. You already know. But that's that, man. I really ain't got nothing else to talk about. Like I said, I want to do it thoroughly, but like I said, I'm back on the road again. So being back on the road, I don't have time to, get into it. Like I said, a lot of times I'm tired. So I'm like, you know what, man, screw it. I said, I'll be back to the regular scheduled programming. Like I said, but I had to come on here to talk about this. I had to. I just had to because I saw the names just pop up out the woodwork, and I'm like, Vince, you constantly getting rid of the future. You're not going to have a future, man, if you keep getting rid of everybody. Like, this is the whole point of bringing these cats in. You want a future. Roman ain't going to be there forever. Sasha's not going to be there forever. You done already cut short Big E's career with the stupid stunt that Ridge Holland did. Kofi not going to be there forever. Bianca's not going to be there forever. It's like, you don't have nobody. And you already know Brock comes and goes. You can't just keep... That one trip pony is done. Shoot, I seen the picture of him. This fool done chopped off an animal and cut it and chopped the skin off and had it hanging upside down looking like the butcher from the Butcher and the Blade over there. I mean, I'm just doing random stuff. Like I said, it's supposed to be building for the future. But you get rid of the future and then you wonder why we got to have rematches every freaking day. Same matches over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And cats say that people have the nerve to say that WWE does a better job of telling stories. In what world? So you telling me that rematches and rematch and another rematch and another rematch and a rematch after that is great storytelling? No, it's not. That's stupid stuff. That's stupidity. It's no creative. The creative over in WWE land is very bankrupt. Now here's the deal. AEW, they got a problem with that as well. Tony Khan knows dang well that he gonna have to step it up in the storylines as well because cats ain't gonna want to watch the same stuff over and over. Cats not just gonna want to tune in and say, "Oh, we just got a great match." No, something got to matter. Like This guy, why are these clowns fighting each other? You know, like I said, that make it make sense. That's what we want. That is my issue with Tony Khan. Now I told y'all my issue over here. Vince just don't give a rat's behind because you constantly getting rid of the future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 future stars that you just say, hey, they can go somewhere and do something else. Now I know it's gonna be a whole lot of people gonna say, well, these people didn't pan out. I say, why didn't they pan out? They didn't pan out because once again, once Vince McMahon sees you, if he does not see anything in you, you just a waste of time. So this whole foolishness about budget cuts, I told you, budget cuts don't mean a goddamn thing to Vince McMahon. All the money they sitting on way too much money. Budget cuts. Anytime you hear anything about budget cuts, that's just a lie from the pit of hell. Don't let these fools on the internet try to tell you that Vince and them is broke. No, they're not broke. They are not broke. Listen, I would say this all the time. Vince McMahon's grandkids is set for life. They don't have to work a day in their life if they don't want to. All 6 of his grandchildren are set for life. Stephanie's kids and Shane's kids are set for life. They set. So, they not hurt for money. It's the problem is, Vince don't see nothing in you. It's like you just there to be there. Dakota Kai had promised. I was not on Dakota Kai's bandwagon from the jump. She had to work on me, and I didn't. And then when she became a heel, and then like I said, I like Dakota as a babyface, but when she turned heel, man, that was everything. This young man right here, I think Triple H is on to something. This dude can draw his behind off. He can draw his tail off. Vince, Triple H was doing something with him. I wasn't sure how it was gonna work, but dude can wrestle. Malcolm Bivens is an excellent mouthpiece. Like it just felt like he was just stuck in NXT purgatory because it's funny how Omos got called up, but somehow, some way, Malcolm Bivens was always stuck down there. I'm like, it's funny how Vince be so quick to throw a mouthpiece with somebody black, but he don't want to use somebody who is a black mouthpiece outside of MVP. You know, I'm like, yeah, Malcolm Bivens right there. Then, like I said, this young man right here, I'm like, you had the man cut his hair, shave his head bald, and you did nothing with him. Top of all, this is going to be the next Brock Lesnar. Well, he gone. Man, I done went on too long. Listen, I'm going to talk to y'all cats later. If there's any news that comes out the woodwork, you best believe I'll try to get back on here. But like I said, I'm back on the road doing the ride share business. So I'm like, I get home so late, I just be like, man, screw it. I'm like, I'm good. You know, so like I said, I apologize for that because I know some of y'all be wanting to hear from me. Y'all be wanting to hear me give my honest take about the show. And I said the Dynamite was kind of mid this week. It was okay. The opener was excellent. And the closing match was great. As much as I was tripping about the result because y'all already know how I feel about us winning championships. If we're going to win a championship, at least make it mean something. And the fact that Frankie Kazarian already got the first title shot, and then on Twitter, you seen All Ego Page with the ... when they showed him shaking up with Frankie. He's like, wait a minute, that tells me all I need to know. All Ego Page and Dan Lambert finna turn on this guy. They turned it on him. Don't know when it's gonna be. That'll probably be the matchup going into Double or Nothing. That's probably what it's gonna be. It's gonna be All Ego Page turning on Scorpion Sky. So Scorpion Sky gonna be by herself. So like I said, hopefully this second term, this second TNT title run, it's gonna be it's gonna be way better than this first one. That's what I'm hoping. That's all I can hope for, man. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.